Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, new details have leaked out about that Target letter that special counsel Jack Smith sent to Donald Trump this past Sunday. A source told Rolling Stone news outlet that the letter mentions potential charges of conspiracy, obstruction, and civil rights violations. It also states three specific federal statutes, which are conspiracy to commit offense or to defraud the United States, deprivation of rights under color of law, and tampering with a witness, victim, or an informant. Everyone's talking about how no one else has received a target letter, but at least no one who will admit it, right? But it can't be a conspiracy unless there's more than one person involved. So I would say there's either going to be more target letters, or perhaps maybe they're just going to name other people as they did in the last indictment. Because if you remember, Trump received a target letter about the classified documents, but Walt Nauta had not. So it was a big shock when all of a sudden he was indicted along with Donald Trump. So Trump is melting down, of course, because these charges would be brought in D.C. That is a much less favorable environment for him and with a jury. And if they charge him with obstructing an official proceeding, as I believe they will, and as I've mentioned before, that one crime alone carries a maximum potential sentence of up to 20 years in prison. So Trump is melting down again. He's calling on all of his minions. He said, do something. That was like literally what he wrote on his failing social media site. He purportedly held a conference call with Republicans Kevin McCarthy, otherwise known as My Kevin, and also New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. So they participated in this freakout session, this crybaby session. But the person who stepped up to the plate, who's actually taking action, is accused sex trafficker and Congressman Matt Gaetz. Gaetz announced on his podcast that he's introducing a bill to defund the special counsel. I doubt that it'll even pass the House. I mean, there are too many Republicans in districts that Biden won that are not going to want to go along with it, but it definitely is not going to pass the Senate. But gigantic cranium Gaetz has to at least pretend that he's doing something to stop it because he needs Trump on his side. He, as you all know, tried to undermine Speaker Kevin McCarthy. And now Kevin McCarthy seems like he's out for Gaetz's head. So he needs Trump on his side and he needs Trump to win. So I will have more on that for you guys in another video. But in the meantime, Trump received more bad news just today. A federal judge ruled against Trump in the E. Jean Carroll case. Trump had requested a new trial, first of all, and then he asked if not a new trial, he wanted the damages adjusted that were awarded to Carroll after the jury had found him liable of defamation and sexual abuse. Remember, they ordered him to pay $5 million. Well, U.S. District Judge Lewis Kaplan denied that request, and then this is the best part. The judge said in his response that E. Jean Carroll did not fail to prove that Trump raped her. Here's the thing. Trump was using that as a way to countersue Carroll. I mentioned recently he's countersuing her, saying she has been saying that I raped her. She is still saying I raped her. So he's trying to sue her for defamation because she said he raped her. However, Judge Kaplan wrote in this opinion that although the jury found that, quote, Carroll failed to prove that she was raped within the meaning of the New York penal law, it doesn't mean, quote, that she failed to prove that Mr. Trump raped her, he put that in quotes, as many people commonly understand the word rape. Indeed, as the evidence at trial recounted below makes clear, the jury found that Mr. Trump, in fact, did exactly that. So the judge went on to explain, quote, the only point on which Ms. Carroll did not prevail was whether she had proved that Trump had raped her within the narrow technical meaning of a particular section of the New York penal law, a section that provides that the label rape, as used in criminal prosecutions in New York, applies only to vaginal penetration by a penis. But he stated that the way that the law is written is, quote, far narrower than the meaning of rape in common modern parlance. Its definition in some dictionaries, in some federal and state criminal statutes, and elsewhere. So he goes on to explain he did not penetrate her with a penis, he penetrated her with the fingers, and so therefore it is still rape. Judge Kaplan also rejected Trump's arguments that the damages awarded to Carroll were excessive. He said, no, they're legitimate, they stand. So therefore, the judge determined that there, quote, is no basis for disturbing the jury's sexual assault damages. So not only will Trump still have to pay her $5 million, but this judge's decision, I guarantee, can and will be used against him in his suit against her in this new defamation lawsuit. It's also going to be used in the E. Jean Carroll second trial that's coming up against him, which was the first one that was filed. The one that the DOJ just now recently ruled, no, you're on your own, we're not protecting you. So, yeah, it's been a really, really bad week for Trump. It just seems to keep getting worse. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We're loving it. All right, guys. And sorry to the people who don't like to hear me sing. I am who I am. You're not going to change me at this point in my life. So this is who I am in real life. You can ask my family. I just break into song. Sometimes I recite movie quotes in the middle of a conversation. I gotta be me. Gotta be authentic. I gotta be me. Anyway, all right, guys. I'll talk with you later. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Really, really helps. I greatly appreciate it. Love you all so much. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.